Shalom. This is Hawu. How are you, young people? So, I'm about to say some stuff, and I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of my Aboriginal brothers and sisters, the children of light, the children of the feather, but I'm gonna enjoy this because you need to be pissed off. So, first and foremost, I have noticed and realized that a lot of our people don't give two shits on what's going on. You know, I talked to a couple people a couple days ago, today, yesterday, and I was telling them to be mindful of what they eat and, you know, and other things about the shot, all types of stuff, right? And I actually had one person tell me, so, because I said they're feeding you human flesh, and one person told me, so what you telling me is that I can't go out and eat at a restaurant. And I said, you do what you want to do, but don't be upset when you find out that you eating somebody's baby. And they asked me, well, how can they make an arm look like a steak? And I said, okay, let me hold on, y'all, this is a cop. I said, let me inform these geniuses, you know, these genius people on how these things work. So you have a steak called a porterhouse steak. This is a round steak. It's thick. It looks like a circle. Usually they wrap bacon around it and stuff when they cook it. Do you know that that steak is actually pieces of leftover meat that they put together inside of like a sausage roll, a big round, you know how liverwursts come in, that round cylinder? And so what they do is they put it in there, and the way, so they have to be able to have a way to make the meat coagulate. Coagulate is like using Elmer's glue on meat, but when it coagulates, the meat actually looks it looks like you cut it right off an animal's arm. Like, that's how serious it looks. It looks like a one piece of muscle. So what they would do is take all these chunks of meat, put it together, and mix it with pig blood plasma. Yes, you heard me. So they would take beef from a cow, different chunks, leftover cuts, you know, bad cuts, good cuts, all types of different cuts, and they will mix it with pig blood plasma and put it in that cylinder and mush it together, and the meat will coagulate, and it'll look like one long cylinder of meat. And then they take and they slice it, and that's how you get those circle porterhouse steaks. It's being locked together by pig's blood, dried up pig's blood. So they can take your flesh, do the same shit, and mix it with either pig, whatever blood plasma that will make your flesh coagulate to that together, and you will look like a T-bone. They can literally bind your flesh to a bone. But you know, people don't want to believe nothing. Everybody just don't. Nah, they can't do that. Yeah, sure they can, but they can do everything else. You know what I'm saying? See, the problem is, what us as a people fail to realize is this. Use your brain. Let me see this. When you go to the Mayan temples, which is our temples, when you go to all these different landmarks that are built in a way they cannot comprehend. They cannot comprehend how this stuff was built. And you got to understand, if they came and plundered, pillaged, and everything else, And I don't care what race it is, you always have a bunch of fucking coons out of every race. There's always a bunch of low down, dirty, coward ass men or women that will literally lead the enemy, their enemy, somebody's coming to kill them, wipe them out, bring their numbers down to nothing, and give up all your secrets, all your knowledge, everything. Also, well, my family's gonna survive, and that is what you call selfishness. And what they don't understand is this: I don't care if you did it 800 years ago, I don't care if you did it last week, your ass gonna burn. You know what I'm saying? Because see, with this judgment a lot different than the prior judgments that the Most High had put out. Usually the Most High just kill your ass and you go to the grave, which is shield. You know what I'm saying? You go to the grave. You know what I'm saying? Now he's going to use these angels to torture you. You're going to get torments and torture. He says that you're going to be sent out in this darkness that you can feel. Can you imagine being in a place so dark you can feel it, and then it says it's going to be entities in the darkness kicking your ass? Like, you know what I mean? Those are things you need to really consider before you decide you want to go against the power to save your ass or to stay alive because of some evil ass white men. I'd rather be the hell dead than to go against my people to save my kids. Like, when my kids coming with me, sorry you little bastards, but I'm gonna shoot all y'all in y'all head. I hope you don't feel nothing. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, I'm not doing that. That's crazy. You destroying your whole and then my thing is this: after they wipe you out, your people, you really think they gonna save your dumb ass? You really think they gonna keep you alive when they saying they want to get rid of you, they want to exterminate you? Man, listen, y'all, I'm gonna say this: I was trying my best to be able to pull this up on my phone, like on a split screen, so y'all can hear this. There's a clip from an old movie, but like I keep telling y'all, they tell you the truth in their movies. And I'm gonna say this to y'all, and it's all my brothers and sisters that got an ear to hear and eyes to see. This purge that they are about to attempt, this slaughter where they telling you they want to bring down the Earth's population to X amount of people, that slaughter is not for their people. That slaughter is for us. They're not trying to why would you wipe out your own race? I mean, which, don't get me wrong, they are going to kill the undesirable ones. That means the ones that like black, that like Hebrews, you know, aboriginals. You know what I'm saying? I done been saying black to so many people, you know, because some people don't understand no other word. That's all they know. So I've been saying it to so many people that now I can't get it out my damn mind. So, you know, this purge that they are about to attempt, this coup, which when they do start it, that's going to be the 2/3. But, you know, once they attempt to touch one of the righteous, that's when the Most High gonna get here really quick. I mean, it's gonna be so fast you ain't gonna be able to comprehend what the hell just happened. It's like somebody swinging a sword, and all of a sudden their hand go flying up in the air with the sword in their hand, and they looking like, what just happened? Yeah, he just cut your stuff off, brother. So, you know, and this is what they're doing. So what they're doing is, because you got to understand, they have what you would call sympathetics. People from their people that sympathize with us, right? That's like, yo, this ain't right. So, and their numbers are too high right now. And even with us, our numbers are too high. So what they're doing is killing us in deception. And you got people like the ones I was just saying that literally worrying about going to a fucking restaurant instead of worrying about is your ass gonna be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Worrying about somebody kidnapping your daughter and having her legs, or your son and having. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all how they kill these children, y'all. Let me give y'all the rundown on this, man. So when they kill these kids for the adrenochrome, right? Let me tell you what they do to little boys, y'all. They tie them up and have them sit down and over like a bucket or a pan, and they tie that little boy arms or girl like they're being crucified, right? And then they conjure up spirits, right, to scare the hell out of that child. Even though the child is scared, they need to do more. They need to scare them more. So they conjure up spirits to scare them on top of whatever they doing, right? And what happens is that makes your adrenaline secrete. And when a boy starts secreting, activating adrenaline, it literally starts at his testicles. So they slice him open on the sides of his groin muscle, and they let his blood and mixed with adrenaline run out into that pan. So you got a scared little 3-year-old little boy, however old they are, and they literally bleeding this baby out. They don't give him no numbing medicine when they slice his flesh open, because they want all the fear they can get. And they do it to their own too. And Jewish people do it too. That's what they talk about, mixing the blood of their enemies with the matzah bread or whatever, the pishak bread. So y'all gotta understand, man, these fucking people are evil. Not evil, evil. And it's the same for little girls, man. They do the same thing. And the sad part is this, right? There's so many videos out, guys, with what do they call those people that tell? What do they call those people? I can't remember, but they ratting, pretty much, put it that way. They telling on them, like, you know what I'm saying? And they probably telling on them because something, they didn't get their way, something happened. You know how they go. And whistleblower, that's what they call them, a whistleblower. So you listen, man. And these people on all over the internet, man, telling you what they doing to these babies, man. And I'm gonna tell you like this, right? A white man, a white child isn't racist until he's taught to be racist. So during that time, that child is innocent. You see what I'm saying? Innocent. Because his mother and his father haven't taught them to hate us. You know what I'm saying? But when that child is taught that, after a certain age, it's embedded in them. And, you know, even if you can change his mind and change his thoughts, what'll happen is when a situation occurs and it's something he don't like, that underlying bigotry will come right out. Will fly out of his mouth like a dove. You hear me? It'll come out so quick. You just be stuck on stupid like, damn. I thought, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't your twist. But then you come to find out that it is his twist. You know what I'm saying? And see, and like I tell people this all the time, man, you sometimes with a racist, bigoted person, sometimes you gotta cause a situation to have them react. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand what I'm saying? So that's how it is, y'all. So if you don't have the right situation, you know, showing this beautiful head, then it's probably not gonna, you're probably not gonna be able to, you know what I mean, make his ways come out, you know what I mean? But 9 times out of 10, when you put the right, apply the correct amount of pressure, you know what I mean, at the right place, in the right spot, boom, that joint snizzap, and you learn who you with and who you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But now, as far as young, innocent children that don't know nothing but just woke up in a cage, yo. Now, and look, I know somebody's gonna write in the comments that, you know, the Most High hate all the other nations, and that is true, right? But he don't hate you if, all right, let me put it just like this, right? If there's an Asian man, what do they call a Neanderthal, right? That's what they are. That's what their DNA say. And the Most High know at the age he is, if you bring him up in his ways, that child is going to stay like that. He's not going to deviate. As long as it's, you know what I'm saying, around him. And it's learned, you know what I'm saying? It's learned like a custom. He's not going to deviate until he get around his own people that will cause him to deviate. But for the most part, it's all, no. He's going to stay right where he belongs. So, you know, you gotta think about, man, what's going on, y'all. You gotta start thinking. So it's truth be told, this is how that you know, a lot of Gentiles are going to, you know, I mean, you're gonna have adults, of course, like this, just chose like, listen, nah, fuck this, we following, you know, the Most High. But at the same time, you know, if you bring these young children up that don't know no better, that have not been, you know, taught that bullshit that they learned, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Then kudos, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't, then, you know, if they you know, they have been brought up, then, you know, the likelihood of them, you know what I'm saying, even wanting to learn anything like that, they probably won't, because they you know, they into what they into, whatever. But I'm just saying, y'all, like, this place is so wicked, man. I mean, oh my goodness, this place is so wicked. Like, I mean, if you just don't know, y'all, like, the stuff that these people got planned and the stuff that they're doing, it's just evil as hell. Like, I've never in my life, and I mean never in my life, like, most of the stuff that they do, you can't even comprehend. You know what I'm saying? Because it surpasses anything that you think you know you would not do. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you got people like us, you know, you got our people too, that's just, you know, wicked. Like, and I mean, just crazy wicked. Like, it don't even, it's like, oh man, how can I put it? It's like, how can I put this? It's some stuff you can't even like wrap your mind around it because of like how wicked it is. But y'all listen, man, I've been sitting here listening to these little videos and stuff, and their wickedness is just like, wow. But you gotta also understand that there's nothing new under the sun. And I mean nothing. There is nothing new under the sun. Not even, not even, you know what I'm saying? A bow and a peep. None of it. You hear me? Nothing. So, you gotta think, if they're doing it, then it was done before. You know what I'm saying? On what scale is being done, I don't know. But I know this. It's evil. And it's like, damn. You hear me? That's what it's like. Hold on. I know, guys, it wasn't a long time for y'all, but it was a long time for me. I had you on hold for at least about 20 minutes. Now, I already know that somebody's going to call my phone. Why? Because there's no such thing as letting me make my videos. There's a such thing as somebody just always messing up something. And this idiot could have parked this car. Like, you got all these parking spots, but you don't want to park. You want to block up the street and then get irritated when somebody come behind you. That don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, so how can I say this? They're coming for us. And this is the thing we have to understand. We have to get this in our heads. You know what I'm saying? You sit there and you got all these different other people telling you, oh yeah, they trying to kill us all, and that's not true. They are going to try to get rid of the Aboriginal, which is the Judite, which is Judah, which is what you would call the black man. Then you have what they would call the Aboriginal Taino, which is what they call the Puerto Rican, the Bahamian, well, not even Bahamians because they don't speak Spanish. What is those people called? What's the joint called, y'all? Shit. What's it called, guys? Like the Spanish Isles, anywhere where they done, where they took over, and the people they speak, that the tongue they speak is Spanish now. That's what I mean by that. So yeah, you got that. You know what I mean? Because you got to think, most of all these people that they sitting there calling these other races ain't nothing but Negroes speaking different languages. You know what I'm saying? Like the what they call Cubans. Those is Negroes, man. Puerto Ricans. You got to look at the right ones, because you have what you would call a white man that they call Puerto Rican, but it ain't nothing but, you already know, a Spaniard or just a white man that claims somebody else's nationality. Because most of these people don't go off of race, they go off of nationality. You know what I'm saying? Like our people, we don't go off of our creed, our race, we go off of nationality. And what I mean by that is, when you ask certain people what they are or what's their creed, they'll give you a landmass. and say this is what I am. So you know, like Puerto Rican, they'll say I'm Puerto Rican because you live in you know, in Puerto Rico. But that's not your creed. That's not your race. You know what I'm saying? That's a landmass. So honestly, you gotta really realize that they have really jacked us up, because we don't even know the difference. We really don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't. We'll be quick to say somebody a Bahamian or somebody an African American or this, because you don't know who you are. And it's primarily us. You got it's our people, and you got what you would call the recessive gene people. Them. They do it too. And the reason why they do it is because they don't have one. So they go and they steal everybody else's. And they are the ones that started. And see, that's the trickery too. That's the spell. Because the spell is telling you that, oh, because I'm from this landmass, this is what I am. Nah, bro. That's not what you are. This is what they tricked you into saying you are. Nah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the crazy thing is, a lot of people are going to be really surprised, because the Most High is going to literally show you who you are. Like, what creed you are. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are going to be called dogs. You know what I'm saying? Or wild beasts, because you have not come from the natural order. You were created by the created. If you understand what I just said, you weren't created by the creator. You were created by the created. And the created can never duplicate the creator. Because the creator creates from nothing. You know what I'm saying? He creates cells. He creates melanin. He creates the chemical comprehension of an aboriginal. You try to duplicate his creation with wickedness, witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? This is why there was laws in place for certain things. Because, again, there's nothing new under the sun, man. You have people literally thinking that a lot of stuff that's going on ain't happening. So when you got people getting on these platforms and they telling you, like, yo, they doing this, they doing that. They're like, nah, we just came from all the Walkmans. Like, a lot of people are really dumbed down. They have not even paid attention that from the 1990s till like the late 1990s to present day, we have like jumped in advancement in electronics so fast, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. And it's either you had it already and you didn't want to share, or you just found it and it's so much, you know, you just bringing it out it just as fast as you figure it out. Because you can have something and you're using it for about 3 to 4 years, and then something else is brought to your attention, and now that's 100 times better. So now you say, well, shit, we got to make money off of this, so let's put this out and use that. And then what happens 5 more years later? Hello, here's another advancement. And it's like on and on and on. Or they could have all the stuff already, using it, and pretty much be lining your behind up for a big letdown. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something with these devices, man. It's something with it. You got to think about this, right? you come out with this internet stuff and everything, right? This ain't the first time internet been here. Internet was here before. You know what I'm saying? You come out with this stuff, well, you bring it back out, and now instead of people looking up, they looking down. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking forward, left and right, they looking down. You know, they gaze it to the ground. And you gotta realize one thing, right? When you walk in a direction, or when you walk towards something, you have to take a visual of whatever you're approaching. That means left, right, up, down, in, out. You have to, because you don't know if it's something there to harm you. You don't know what is going on with the area that you're heading to, right? So if you're walking to something and your head is in the floor, what's the likelihood that you're gonna lose your life? And if you don't know, do you know how many young men have been gunned down by other young men because while they're standing there taunting their friends, their neighbors or somebody they grew up with, they went to school with, and now the little boy is mad, when they come rolling up to commit their murder, if you look at the video, the little boys that they coming to kill, their faces are in their phones. This is why when they jump out the car, they don't have a second to run, because their faces are in their phones. Yeah, that's how they get caught every time. I seen a little boy get his head blown off because he's sitting in his car with his face in his phone. But you in an area where you just killed. I don't get it. I don't understand this. Like, and you gotta understand this too. They're putting spells on everything. So it's desensitizing you to death. Like, you look at death like it's something to enjoy, and don't understand that what the Most High says, that's it. You can't repent. Ain't no I'm sorry's. You dead. That fleshly body is over with. And you see what this guy just did? He didn't even have, and see, that's what I'm saying as far as not having no type of caution. Like, that man wasn't gonna stop. Hey, I don't know if y'all paid attention to that, but he had no point on giving anybody no right of way or nothing, or, you know, I know you're gonna get here faster than me, so let me just stop. Nah, he rolled right through. That's why I pulled like that. I had to pull over because he wasn't gonna stop. And you listen, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, these people don't have, that's why he said what man's heart has done what? Become cold, right? And it's true. Like, our hearts is like a block of ice, man. We don't care about nothing. Well, I care, but a lot of us don't care about anything. Let me tell y'all what happened to me the other day. So, I'm riding up HP, right? For y'all that don't know, that's Huntington Park, right? And 2 lanes. So I look in my mirror on my left driver's side, and I see a car, but it's like 4 cars back. So I put on my turn signal, and when I put on my turn signal, I started to merge over into the next lane. The minute I hit my turn signal, the young man in the car steps on the gas, right? And by the time he like got to me, I was already in the lane, but he wants to lay on the horn, but knowing that he was 4 cars back. So he really did not want me to get in front of him, but he was 4 cars back. So I'm driving the normal speed, you know, I'm driving 35, 40 miles per hour. He shoots around me, shoots up, shoots in front of me, and starts hitting the brake, right? Slowing down, hitting the brake, doing all this crazy stuff, right? So when he kept doing it, we was like probably 20 yards away from the light. So we get to the light, he's stopping in front of me, he keep doing that, this, trying to make me run into him. I didn't get mad, I just was looking at him. So what I did was, when we got to the light, I sat there. So he pulled off, but I think he thought I was gonna pull off, but I sat there. So, he keeps it moving. Fine. I let the light change and everything. Go back, now I'm going. Now here, he done pulled over. And I saw him. I saw what he pulled over. So I said, well, I drive off. So when I come up, he pulls up, and we both sitting side by side at the light. So he got a mask on his face, and I look over at him. And when I look over to him, he got a gun pointing at me. Right? I didn't step on the gas. I didn't jump. I didn't act scared. I looked him dead in his eyes, and I turned my head and I continued doing what I was doing. Because my thing is this: you're gonna do what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sit here and show you fear just in case that might be the trigger to provoke you to do something else. I'm not going to do that, because that might be what you're looking for. You dig me? So that's what I did. Yep. And when the light turned green, I looked at him a couple more times. When the light turned green, I pulled off at a normal speed. And I kept driving. Then he sped all the way down the block, driving like a bat out of hell. And, I'm going to tell you what I said in my heart. Number one, I gave thanks to the Most High, because, my life was in that little boy's hands. Actually, it was in the father's hands. You know what I'm saying? And that's just to show you that quick you can be gone. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be playing with the father. You don't want to play with him. And, secondly, it's like this. They are used to render judgment. Those kids are being used to render judgment. They don't have an understanding bone in their body. It's nothing in them that understands. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if you out here trying to get rich in this system, when the Most High told you not to want their shit, you only use the bare necessities. Like, how I complain sometimes. I complain because it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it is. But I'm quite sure y'all heard me. I don't want to be rich in this bullshit. Why would I want to? Who the hell? Why would you want to have anything where they gonna come take it anyway? But so I'm gonna put this to y'all. You go ahead and chase after this false shit if you want. And that's the boogeyman that he gonna send to your door to take it from you, and to take your life also, because you chose this bullshit that they got that's so great over his law and his word. So that might be something you want to think about. So when you see them on videos at your door about to do a home invasion, yeah, think about that. Is they doing a home invasion because the man did something to him, or are they doing a home invasion is because those people lusted after what this world has for you? So the Most High said, I'm gonna lust after taking your life, because you didn't lust for me, you lust for them. That's something you might want to think about. You know what I'm saying? Because you got all these holy ass men out here, these holy men and thous. Everybody's super holy, you know what I'm saying? But are you? Because if you out here preaching this word and you trying to get you a Benz off the Most High's word, even if you in the camp and you up here trying to buy a big house off the Most High's word, just understand that you're gonna be buried in that motherfucker. Know that. Yes, he's gonna bury you in that goddamn big house that you love so much, that you want so bad. Told you don't want their stuff. So your only concern is this. It's what you should be worrying about. You should be worrying about what's about to happen, because that's going to be the ultimate sin that they're going to commit. That's going to be the deal breaker when they come after the ones the Father said, don't you touch my anointed. That's going to be the deal breaker for their behinds. And, you know, but they going to come after us. You think they not? We're the majority. They're the minority. But a lot of us is thinking it's more of them than us. There's 12 tribes of us. Then you have other melanated nations. Wake up. So I'm going to let y'all go with that. Y'all go ahead and do what y'all do best, y'all. Shalom.